We interrupt this program for a 5 on Your Side special report.
Chief of Police, we will hear from Blackjack Fire Protection District Chief Paul Pebbles. And I did it again. It is Paul Peebles. We were joking. And also we have Mr. John Matthews from the Red Cross, and he'll give you an update of what's happening at the shelter. So if you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and get started with Chief Gregory.
Good evening. Here to give you an update on the incident that occurred here yesterday. Normally, as Chief Peebles told you yesterday, when an incident like this occurs, one of the first things that they do is they call out our regional bomb and arson unit. For any investigation that has to be done, and that's what happened yesterday. They came out, they did a thorough investigation of this incident, and one of the things that they look for when they come out is, were there any criminal activities that caused this, and look for the cause of the fire, of the incident. And they did that yesterday. And what they came up with yesterday was the fact that this probably occurred from a possible gas incident. That's what they're looking into now. That's what they're investigating it as, something that was caused by gas. There's no criminal offense that happened here. I know you probably heard on social media, meth labs, things of that sort, but there was nothing like that that they determined. The area is safe for people to return to their residence now. They've ruled out any other incidents, any other factors that could have caused this explosion. That's about all that we have right now. The investigation is continuing. They're working with Spire to make any kind of determinations about what happened here. Again, the area is safe for people to return. Ameren has turned on a lot of power here in this area, so people do have power. Their security is still working with Captain Morgan, and we're just moving along from here. Again, there's a lot more investigations to be done, and they're working on that now.
Just to clarify, you said they haven't established for sure that it was natural gas, but it's likely? Is that the...
It's likely. That's what they have come up with. It's likely a natural gas explosion. Again, there's still more work to be done to determine that for sure.
Sir, if I'm not mistaken, I heard yesterday that Spire said they had been investigating and they hadn't found any leaks or anything. Is that still true, or would there be like another reason why natural gas would cause such a huge explosion?
I never got a word from Spire as to what they were doing. You would probably have to speak with them about whatever investigations that they came up with.
Spire is cooperating now?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What's the status of the victim, the 18-year-old?
As far as I know, last I heard he was still in critical condition in the hospital. I think 2 of the residents that were there, I think they've been released. No one else is contained at the hospital.
And have you established how many people actually were affected by this? Yesterday it was a little unclear the number of people that had to leave their homes.
I initially heard 3, but I think it's been up to about 5 now.
So 5 people had to leave their homes that...
Well, I thought you meant hospitalized.
Oh,
went to the hospitalized.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. So 5 people were hospitalized already.
Were treated. One refused to go. Okay. 2 responded and were released.
And you mentioned that. Okay. Mm-hmm. In terms of the number of people displaced by the explosion, do we have a number approximately? I'm
not sure, but we had about 25 homes destroyed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, but there's no estimate yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Chief Gregory, I know you guys were worried about looting. Was that a problem at all last night?
No. We were talking to Captain Morgan earlier about that. Last night we had special enforcement out. They were on a special detail. Part of what they were instructed to do was to patrol this area to make sure none of that went on. They were out here, they did a great job. As Captain Morgan mentioned to me earlier, that with the expectation of a lot of people down here to see this area here, we had absolutely nobody.
Is it believed that the explosion happened in one home, or do we know that yet for sure?
Don't know for sure.
Don't know.
Do we know which home it centered out of at this point, or generally speaking, where it came from?
Like I said, our bomb and arson unit are coming up with that information. There's as you can see, there's still a lot of work to be done to determine which home it came out of. They'll let us know as soon as they get it.
were all the homes affected, I mean, the ones that, the 5 that are right around here, were they all occupied by people at the time?
Not sure. I know that the gentleman that went to the hospital that's in critical condition, obviously he was at home, yes.
Right, and were any of the homes vacant in the sense no one living there at all?
Not sure.
Okay.
Chief Gregory, is there anything you can say about why you think this was a gas leak and not some other reason?
Well, our investigators, they're trained to look for reasons as to why something like this may have happened. They're also trained to look for other reasons as to why it didn't happen, other sources as to why it didn't happen. You've heard the talk about meth labs and things of that sort, so they look for those types of things. They're trained to do that, and they determined that with all that was eliminated, they came up with the possibility of gas.
It was mostly a process of eliminating.
Yes,
other
ma'am.
reasons.
So specifically, the other reasons that have been ruled out would be meth, any other things you can cite? I mean, it's things ruled out.
Right. Well, you know, last year, a couple of years ago, we had the home that was exploded. They were in there making fireworks,
Yeah,
things of that
right.
sort.
So that's been ruled out.
That's been ruled out, yes, sir.
So those 2 things we could say specifically.
sure.
Anything else come to mind that has been ruled out specifically?
I can't think of anything
Okay.
that they've come up with.
Okay, thank you.
Could this potentially be like a criminal thing, even if it weren't like a meth lab or anything? Or
Well,
I know I used to live in Indianapolis,
right,
and there was
right.
insurance fraud.
That's one of the
exposure.
things that one of the first things that they determined after they got here and looked around, that they determined that nothing criminal happened here at this incident, at this event from yesterday. Nothing criminal at all.
Can anyone speak to the amount of people, like, I know you said you didn't know how many people were displaced, but like just the Red Cross shelter situation, how many people are there? I don't know if you can help with that, or if there's somebody who can tell how the affected
Schultz?
residents are doing right now.
Sure.
We had one person as of 5 o'clock tonight that is planning to stay with us. There may have been a few more that have come through. As far as meals, we've been serving meals yesterday and today, and have served approximately 30 people over the 24 hours. The shelter will remain open because that's going to be a place for people to come and get casework begun, gives them an opportunity to register into the Red Cross system. And that new location is at the Faith Church on North Lindbergh.
And what's your name, sir?
I'm John Matthews,
1 T or 2?
1.
And your title is?
I'm a Red Cross disaster specialist.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions about Red
John, do
Cross?
you want to walk us through how people should register, go about help if they need it?
Sure. One way, if they cannot get to that Faith Church, which is the preferred method, but you can go on 1-800-RED-CROSS or redcross.org, and there's a process for registering there. It's a little bit more awkward than coming in person, but it's available to you. And I should say that all of the services that we provide are free of charge, and there's no identification of any kind that's required to come to get those services, but there will be a identification required to show that they are actually, this is an address that is theirs.
I have a question for the chief too. How long, maybe there's no way to typify this, but how long do you expect it'll be before bomb and arson know for sure what happened?
It'll be quite a while. I talked with their sergeant today with all that they have to do, continue to do here. So it'll be a while before there's a final determination as to what caused the explosion.
Weeks, months?
I would say give us a few months, okay?
Oh, no, I just wonder what you meant by that. Okay, thank
Yes.
Obviously, we're standing around a lot of debris right now. I know there was an investigation ongoing. Can some of this stuff start getting cleaned up now, or does it still need to kind of remain for the investigation?
We swept the streets, as you can see from yesterday. That area there, most of the area there will remain while they continue their investigation, but obviously we had to get the streets swept. Nails and such, that sets were still in the street. People were coming home, and we didn't want that to interfere with them getting home.
So we talked a lot about the investigation. What exactly are people looking for? Like, what exactly happens in an investigation like this? Are you looking at whether things have been broken, or as you can tell, I'm not a fire person.
Right. And I'm going to also tell you that I'm not a fire person either. Okay. So, no, I'm not. And like I said, they're very intense investigations. We have specialists that do those investigations, and we work with St. Louis City bomb and arson. It's a regional bomb and arson unit, and they do a great job out there for us. But
Are all
technically, I can't tell you what they do. Okay.
are all the victims cooperating with the investigation that police want to talk to?
Victims?
Well, I mean, people affected in the neighborhood.
Oh, I'm sure they are. Yes.
I had a
Chief
question.
Peebles, do you want to talk about your community outreach efforts?
I just want to say when we came in this morning, we already experienced an outpouring of donations from the community. So the community has come up, stepped up for their neighbors. There are so many donations. We're now working on how to distribute these donations. Again, it's been a great experience working with St. Louis Bomb and Arson. Everybody has been working collectively together. We're going to make sure that our residents are taken care of. That's our number one priority, to make sure they get the things that they need.
Can you quantify the donations in any way?
It's been water, toiletries, tarps, hammers, nails, non-perishable goods, blankets,
We receive meals,
meals.
diapers.
Yes, everything. So it's been an outpouring from the community, and it really makes us feel good, and we're very proud of our community.
The family says that the victim said that he heard a tick, 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 then the explosion happened. Can you kind of explain what was going on in that moment? Or no?
Can't explain it, ma'am. Yeah. Any other questions?
Chief, have you seen anything like this before? Just unpack that for us for a second.
This will be my 4th explosion that I've ever been on. This is very unique. Never seen something quite like this.
Oh, so just the scale.
Just the scale. Yeah, it's grand. So the actual circumference that was actually affected, and the radius was huge. So
Location and sites for donations?
that is at our House 3 firehouse located at 5675 North Highway 67.
Thank you. Not at Faith Church.
Can you speak to a little bit, we were out here at about 10 o'clock last night. It seemed like there was a smoking call that happened and we saw some smoke coming out here. Just explain that a little bit, what might have been happening around 10 o'clock last night and you guys coming back out?
So, obviously with the blast, things collapse on itself. So sometimes there's going to be some hot spots. That's just to rekindle. It's just a hot spot. Crews just came out and did some mop-up work.
No other issues past that?
No.
What are some precautions that the public can take if they're concerned that they might have something to prevent anything like this from happening to them?
Well, obviously, if the odor of gas is experienced by any resident, they should call 911. 911 will contact us. We'll make contact with Spire. So obviously, if you smell gas, if something is not smelling right, notify us. Call 911. That's our job. That's our mission. We'll come out. We have meters to measure for gas and things of that nature.
And in this circumstance, there was no calls like that before this. We would have heard about it by now.
No.
Yeah.
About 9:15, the alarms went off from multiple calls for an explosion in the area. That's all we got. There was no other pre-notification.
Can you speak to just calls and alarms in the area outside of this in particular? Wasn't there a bunch of alarms and calls and people having other things set off?
I can't speak about anywhere else, ma'am. My focus was on this community, and that's where we were focused at. So what occurred on the outside at that time, that was a very chaotic period. So unfortunately, I was not able to look outside. We were pretty busy here at that time.
If that's all, thank you guys for coming. We'll send a updated news release from our office this evening. I don't expect us to have any more briefings now that Bomb and Arson has more work to do. Again, reach out to the Red Cross, give that information out for people who are looking for shelter or need assistance, and we'll keep you updated if we have anything else new. Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been a 5 on Your Side special report. We now join regularly scheduled programming in progress.